and welcome to episode number 3 of Tagged. Thanks to Head and Shoulders, I am Sarah Hosking and I am joined by a new co-host, Collingwood superstar. She's been in the system for 8 years, 63 gamer, Jade Allen. A big welcome to you. We're getting rid of Sarah Rowe and I am working my way through the Collingwood Football Club list to find the best co-host for Tagged. Welcome.
Hopefully you found the best one. Hopefully this is it. I'm here to stay. Roey's in the bin. No, stoked to be here.
No, well, welcome and thank you for joining us as well. So I'm super excited to get through today. We've got plenty happening and plenty coming up. But I want to let our listeners get to know you first. So for those that obviously don't know you, I'm just going to ask you to give me a couple of fun facts. So let's start with, something in your day-to-day life. Give me a fun fact about Jade Allen.
I reckon one that's a bit quirky, and I think Melburnians are known for their coffee. Mm-hmm. I actually change my coffee order every single day, and it's unforgivable, I know. But it's not the fact that I change milks. Like I'll say, skinny milk or full cream milk, but it'd be a latte or sometimes I go for a magic or a little piccolo.
No.
Like it's literally the flavour of the day.
That's not acceptable. I'm sorry. In this day and age, that is not acceptable.
I don't know why I'm like this.
Every day you reckon?
Every day. Every single day.
Do you feel ashamed when you walk into the same coffee shop or do you have to change your coffee shop?
I think I get shy. And like if you and like I'm just like, yeah, whatever you're having. Like it's not a personality trait for me, and I'm just like, I feel like people are so aligned with their coffee order that I am a strong flat white and I'm just like, I just don't want to pencil. I don't want to put myself in a box, Hosco.
Well, at the moment, my coffee order is an oat latte, so remember that for next time you're in.
No worries, I'll bring one in next time.
Fact number 2.
My nickname came from being falconed. I got falconed.
What is your nickname?
The Jalkin. Jal, Jade Allen Jalkin. In my second season, I got falconed so hard the ball ricocheted off my forehead. Lauren Brazzali, an ex-teammate of both of ours. You would have been on the field. It might have even fallen in your lap. It went that far. Anyway, Sarah Rose flicked the ball to me, ricocheted off my forehead. Lauren Brazzali's mopped up and kicked the goal on the run from like 45 out. And our forward line coach at the end of the week was like, and I got falconed during the week. I was just having the absolute yips. And it's just, anyway, it's stuck.
Well, Jelkin, I like that.
Don't get used to it.
And, well, did you get a score involvement for it at least?
I'd like to know. Well, because surely.
You'd think so, but I can still see Sharon imprinted on your forehead.
Yeah, thank you. Not even Kath could cover that up.
Now, I have another question. So how do you think in a couple of words, like how would your teammates describe you, or like, family, general public?
I think pretty composed, pretty reserved, level-headed. Why?
Level-headed. What about like team meetings? You're pretty you're strict on time, right?
Punctual. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. If you're on time, you're late.
Yeah. So you're pretty good citizen, you'd say.
Yeah. Everything.
As a teammate, you're the one probably pulling other people in.
Totally.
Ducks in a row, you reckon?
Yep. Dots T's crossed, I's dotted.
Okay, so I've got something a little bit interesting because my former co-host, Sarah Rowe, is your locker buddy. Correct?
Unfortunately so.
Now, she obviously wants her job back. Okay. So she let me know that your locker is an absolute pigsty, to the point that she described it worse than a garbage dump.
No. No,
I'm sorry.
As compensation for being next to Sarah Rowe, our locker room is set up. So number 5 is a whole way around the corner from me. I have a vacant space next to me because Sarah Rowe, her shit ends up in my locker constantly. Today I got out of the shower and she was butt naked on my locker getting changed because there was too much shit in her. So I'm not going to cop that.
She gives off those vibes too, where she just wouldn't care about who's around, what she's doing. But she did tell me she seemed to think that she goes into your locker, has to clean up your locker to keep it tidy.
No, she goes into my locker to get into my moisturizer, my shampoo, my conditioner, all of my things. So
can the tight ass just get her own stuff, surely?
Oh, mate, with the amount of sponos, Head and Shoulders can give her something, I'm sure.
And her modelling career, I'm sure she's got some freebies up her sleeve.
Yeah.
All right, George, it is time to throw some love behind something that you have absolutely loved during the week that stands head and shoulders above the rest, thanks to Head and Shoulders. Now tell me what you're loving from this week.
Absolutely loving. We have a little group of us, Lauren Butler, Michaela Cann, Tani White and I.
What's your little gang called?
Well, it doesn't have a name. It's not like as cool as like the Rat Pack or Velcro. I think that's what Georgia G and Maddie Press Park is called. It's nothing like that, but we call it the Sanger Search. And every week we're going around Melbourne trying to find the best sandwiches. And the one that sits head and shoulders above the rest by a country mile, Barbar's Deli in Port Melbourne, the Mama's Vodka Chicken. And they've recently, just this week, brought out this pizza dough bread. Like the focaccia bread that they had was absolutely insane, but they've got this pizza bread which has just taken it to an absolute another level. So that's the one for me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my tummy's grumbling just thinking about it. Well, I'm going to rip into Kate McCarthy.
Yes.
So she, for me, sits head and shoulders above the rest because, and I love this, like Kate is now, former Brisbane Lions premiership player, played at St Kilda. She's now at least a year out of AFLW space from a playing perspective, and she has jumped right into media. And I've watched what she's done over the last year or two, how much effort she's put in. And I sit there and you got to be proud of it. I think everyone that's watched what Kate is doing at the moment, it's incredible. She is taking the football landscape by storm, and it's not just AFLW. She has been smashing AFL. Now she's worked for Triple M, Channel 7, earning her opportunities across Fox, across all of the landscapes. And I'm just loving it. She is not afraid to put her opinions out there. And I think, as a female in a male-dominated environment, especially football, to put your opinion out there, you cop some backlash.
And as an openly gay woman as well, like she is what she's doing for the marginalised communities is absolutely incredible. And I think the work she's done in recent weeks about the comments she's made about incidences that have happened on the football field and the men's, she's been absolutely, and she cops it. She puts herself out there and she is so exposed, but we absolutely love what she's doing.
Oh, I love it. Kate, if you are listening, which I'm sure you will because you analyse football every day, we love what you're doing, so keep it up. And if those of you listening want to jump on board and hear a bit more of Kate's stuff, she actually has just started a W show called The Wrap with Sarah Ollie. So she analyses AFLW all week, but you can also find her on every other bloody channel. So, okay.
Love your work.
Think you know women's football? Well, think again. There's plenty of conversations that happen behind closed doors that the general public don't quite get to hear. Thankfully, Emma O'Driscoll is here to spill the tea. It's time for OMG.
Welcome to OMG. My name is Emma O'Driscoll from the Fremantle Dockers, and in this segment, we'll be covering all the rogue and random topics of AFLW Season 10. This week's topic, we will be talking about the overachieving debutants, or Debbie Downers, as I like to call them, because they are way too out of control for my liking. I'm going to go back to my debut, first of all. I played in my debut game against St Kilda, where we won by 1 point. I only got the call up because someone was injured, and my family literally said that on the phone call when I called them to say I was debuting. They asked me who was injured. How embarrassing. That just doesn't happen anymore though, because these girls are genuine guns, the ones that are actually playing now. And I'm going to talk you through a few examples from the last couple of weeks. So there's 3 attributes that these new draftees have that I certainly didn't. Firstly, they are coming in jacked. They literally look so mature and like they've been gymming since they were 2 years old, which is not fair. Second, they're trendy and cool, and these TikToks are ridiculous. I'm sorry, but I haven't even seen some of their football skills before the season. All I saw was dancing TikToks, and any danger of being bad at that? No, of course not. And then the third thing is they are just genuine footballers. None of them are cross-coders. They all know what they're doing. They've played footy since Auskick, which is just unheard of for me. And like Zippy Fish, let's talk about her. 26 disposals in her first game. I've not had 26 disposals in my whole career. That's not allowed. You've got Ash Centra, who literally created a bounce that has gone viral before she's even stepped foot on the oval to play. It was in the warm-up, for goodness sake. And then we've got Nisa Dooley, who played against us on Saturday when we got beaten by the Brisbane Lions, who kicked 2 in her debut. These girls are just insane. I think she kicked 2 on me as well, actually, in fact. It's not fair. I'm not about it. They need to just calm it down and actually make some mistakes. I'm not here for it. I feel like I want to say about Zippy Fish and her presser now.
You were everywhere tonight, but were you nervous at all coming into this?
No, I don't really get nervous for anything really, so I just went out and did my thing.
I don't really get nervous about anything. I just go out there to do my thing. How do you even know what your thing is at 18, 19 as a new draftee? That's not real, Zippy. You're an alien. You're not human if you don't get nervous. I need to check this girl's pulse because that is not okay.
Well, George, what do you think?
Oh, she's on the money, isn't she? Like, we've seen these new draftees come in, and like, I'm 25. By no means I'm old. I'm a spring chicken in relation to a couple of 30-plus-year-olds, Sarah. But like the language that they're using, how put together they are at 18. Like, I didn't start actually having an understanding of how the world worked until I was 24.
Oh, she's spot on. And seriously, some of these young girls, I feel like they're missing puberty because they're coming in and they're ready to walk on a catwalk. They look like models. They're coming in and impacting the conversation. Em, you have absolutely nailed it.
They're speaking another language. They genuinely are. The TikTok speak is just absolutely absurd.
All right, I'm super excited to announce one of our special guests on Tag today. Now, we don't often get some interstate players coming in, but coming across from WA, we welcome West Coast's very own Jade Britain. Welcome.
Hi guys, thanks for having me on today. Nice to be here.
Well, we're super excited. Now, I say Jade, but it sounds a little bit weird calling you that because I know that you've got a nickname and your nickname's Floss, correct?
Yeah, it is.
Can you just give us a little bit of insight into why you're called Floss?
Yeah, well, when we got drafted, there was a big group of us and Hamish Brayshaw, he was really on top of giving us all nicknames. I think it was just so that they could remember all our names at once. But you had to kind of give a fun fact about yourself and everyone was asking, do you have a nickname already? And I didn't really have one. So they were like, what's something about you that people don't really know? And I have a denture, like a false tooth. So I said, I panicked and I was like, I have a false tooth. And they were like, sweet, Floss. So that's what I got for the rest of the year. And it kind of stuck a bit, but then my debut game, obviously with my mouth guard, I can't wear the tooth. So straight after the game, the interviewer comes up and she's like, can you come for an interview? And I'm thinking, I can't do this interview with no tooth in. So I left my mouth guard in. And after that, never heard the end of it. It still gets brought up to this day. But I was like, there's no good option for me here, and I left it in full list and everything.
Can we talk about the mouth guard? Do you have a false tooth in the mouth guard?
No.
Like, how does that work?
No, so it's like when you see old people like take out their denture, it's like one of those. So I have to take it out
I'm sorry.
Put it in my mouth guard case, put my mouth
It'd be
guard
rude of me not to ask. Can you please take it out? Come on. Take it out quickly and you can put it straight back in.
I'll give you like a little sneak. It's this one here.
Okay. Oh, yeah. That's a bit of a party trick.
Everything to protect my penis. And now it's out. I knew you were going to ask me to do that.
Oh, no.
I'm so sorry.
I get the take it out.
It's a good party trick. Do you know who Brendan Favola does that too?
Yeah.
He's got but his is like the front tooth. But
Yeah.
we love that. Okay, Floss.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Floss, so coming off a loss against the Dons, obviously you guys were in the game. What were Daisy's comments after the game? How are you guys feeling? Spending the week in Melbourne?
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about wrapping up after that game.
Yeah, I think the first thing that comes to mind is just real disappointment. Like, I think there's not a whole lot you can say after a game like that. We did everything we could to hold on, and you guys know what it's like. You're in that save the game mode, and you just trying to wind down the clock in every way you can and lapse of concentration right at the end. And
because you were up as well. So for those listening that didn't see the game, you were up in the last couple of minutes of the game.
By a point. So we kicked last quarter. We just kind of went hell for leather and threw everything and out the window and see what would stick, and ended up being a point up with about 3.5, 4 minutes to go. But yeah, obviously you can't see the running clock time, and we were just in save the game, and like a couple little mistakes here and there. You watch them back and they're micro mistakes, but they happen at the most important times. So I think Daisy's very measured. Like, you're never going to walk in and cop a spray for something like that. You obviously don't mean to lose a game on purpose. So she just felt the disappointment with us, and you come back and look at the game and look at where we can get better. But it's all learnings, and we're a young group still, so lots of positives to take out. But yeah, just flat. It was a pretty disappointing, grim bus ride home, but yeah.
Yeah, well, and I think on the Daisy thing, we all we love Daisy, what she's done for the competition. Do you have any funny stories? You've spoken about how measured she is, and I think that's the perception we have of her. Never been a teammate, but played against her. Any glimpses into the life of Daisy Pearce as she's headed over to the West?
Yeah, anyone who meets her, you'll say she meets all your expectations. I think coming into the club, she probably had a lot of pressure on who she was going to be and what type of coach she was going to be after being a player. But she's the most unreal person, and that's what makes it really easy to play for her and follow everything she says. Like, she's a good person, a good leader, a good coach in every way. But yeah, she does have a bit of a quirky side. And I think at first she was a bit nervous to show us. She was very, not serious, but very measured, like I said before. But this year, makes me think earlier this year we had a bit of a leadership meeting before our pre-season camp, and the year before we'd done your performances, get everyone out of their shell, that sort of thing. And so she spoke about it this year. She's like, what performances are we doing this year? Like, what's everyone thinking? Because last year her and Martine did a real big performance to Shallows.
By Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
What's his name in it?
Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper.
That's it.
How does it go?
Oh.
Watch us diving.
Yeah.
Okay, Lady Gaga.
But
Calm
they
down.
nailed it. They went real hard on it. So this year she's like, what are we feeling? Like, same type performances, less bigger groups. And everyone was like, some of the girls like, oh, look, I think some of the girls weren't really comfortable. And she's like, oh, no, absolutely. Like, we don't have to do it. Afterwards, there was a couple of us around and she was like, I'm gutted. Like, they'd already organised all their outfits and performance. They had it ready to go. So we were like, no, you can still do it. But no, like, it's okay. But I think if she wasn't a footy player or a coach, musical theatre, 100%.
Really?
Like
There you go.
her alter ego for sure.
That's a good one, and I love it because she's still so fresh out of the game too. So obviously there's got to be a bit of an element where sometimes she probably catches herself and goes, oh, I'm actually not a player, or do you walk into the huddle as a team? Or that's really cool. I like that story.
Yeah.
Now you've travelled, or West Coast have to travel quite a lot. Roughly how many games is it? 6 times you're travelling this year out of an 11-week season. That is crazy. Yeah. Now I'll pump it up a little bit because we're Victorians and I don't mind it. I actually love getting on a plane and going travelling. It makes me feel like, going on a little bit of a holiday, but you got a purpose to serve. When you travel, is there like little groups? Like, do you love travelling heaps, or tell us a little bit about that mentality?
It's a tough one in terms, I think the travel part itself, I actually don't mind. I don't mind playing interstate, and I think I love it because I'm so extroverted, and it means all my friends are forced to hang out with me for the whole weekend.
Yes.
But
you and Floss,
obviously. Yeah. There's a lot of people I think it's harder for, like being away from home for long, especially the younger girls. But because now we have lots of girls from Melbourne or Adelaide and other places, probably works well for them. But I think the hardest thing for us is probably when you guys travel, it does feel a little bit like that reprieve from playing here, and it's a bit more of a holiday, whereas for us, it really can impact our training and how our week looks. Like, so obviously we played Sunday against the Bombers, and then we play St Kilda again here on Saturday. So if we were going to fly home, we fly home probably after the game, get in midnight, Perth time, feel a bit hungover, like almost like a flight hangover from Monday. You never feel great.
And you didn't even get to have the drink.
It's
just the fun stuff.
A waste, really. And then fly again Thursday. So it is hard in terms of our training and recovery and things like that. But obviously staying here the whole week gives us a chance to settle in, kind of make it feel like home as well.
Now talk to me a little bit about interstate travel. Obviously we just mentioned that, but on the plane, now there's always like, who do you want to sit next to? Have you got any funny stories coming across? Like, there's always something happens on the plane. You got 3-4 hours together. Yeah. What's a good story?
Well, I mean, first of all, who I'd sit next to, I'd probably sit next to anyone, but I don't reckon they would say the same.
Who on your team would not want to sit next to you?
Oh, I reckon a fair few. It depends. On the way over, probably a few would say yes, because I've always got like games or cards or whatever going on. But on the way back, when everyone's trying to relax, I don't reckon many people would say me. But we normally are pretty well behaved, like on the planes, obviously, but we fly commercial with other people. So
Virgin, shout out.
Virgin. Every now and then we get a few letters in the mail here and there from disgruntled customers.
General public.
Yeah, general
Why?
public.
Who's the culprit?
Well, you would think it would be us, but funnily enough, we actually got a big formal written letter last year, a massive complaint to the club and to Virgin that we were being really disruptive on a flight home one time. And they put, like, kicking my chair, excessively noisy, getting up and down, blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking, it could be you. They're reading out this letter. And they included the seat number, and it was actually Michelle Cowan, our head of female football.
Oh,
I was like, you couldn't have picked a worse seat. Like, I'm not sure if it actually was her seat or if they just
pulled it.
Roll
behind her.
Roll with it.
But it was hilarious. So there's this massive letter. If it was any of the rest of us, we probably would have cocked a rinsing. But they put Michelle Cowan, our head of female football's seat number right in the letter.
That is brilliant.
What are the odds?
I love that. I love that.
So now they never take any complaints seriously. They almost did us a favour.
Yeah.
Oh, you have to.
Now, one personality, Kayla Dalglish, I doubt she's the type of person who'd be kicking seats on planes. No. Great performance on the weekend. You've got some ripper young talent at the Eagles. Talk us through what they're like to play with, what you've seen from them, and how exciting it is.
Yeah, the 4 draftees we had this year were like a class above anything we've seen before. I think the year I came in, obviously there was 7 or 9 of us that came in, and lots of us had only played a couple of years of footy, and none of us besides Ella Roberts since Auskick. So this was the first batch of genuine young footballers who'd been developed all the way through Auskick we had in, and it showed as soon as they came in our pre-season blocks, they were fit, they were strong in the gym. They could kick on both feet. Yeah. I was like, this is embarrassing for me. Coming in, but they've been ultimate professionals, all of them. You can tell they've been raised in a really professional environment, whether it's through their state programs or their footy clubs as well. But they were all ready-made footballers before they even walked in the door. So that's the great thing. They can come into the team straight away. Like Lou last week kicks 3 1/4. Yeah, Dags kicks 2 really important goals this week. It just shows how quickly these girls now are coming in and having impact, which is so good for us, because that's kind of, our team is that young, explosive, exciting. That's what we're kind of building our brand around. So they fit in really seamlessly, and we've got 2 more to come in. So it's really good.
It is. It's scary. We were talking about it before, just about the impact that some of these young kids are having. But speaking of exciting, now yourself, you signed for an extra 2 years alongside Wrenchy, Abigail Bushby and Lucia Painter.
Yeah.
Was it a hard decision for you to make?
Not at all. No, I'd spoken with my manager early in the year about, extending my contract and what that would look like, and there was never really any part of me that wanted to leave West Coast. I love living in WA for one, all my family's there and all my friends play at West Coast, and that's all great. But beyond that, the club is incredible. We're one of the most well-resourced, well-funded clubs in the country. Our training facilities are unreal. We have endless amount of staff for anything you could possibly need. The coaching staff are incredible, and I just there's never been any reason for me to even want to look elsewhere. So it was really easy for me to choose to stay there, and I was really happy to sign another 2. It gives me good security going forward, obviously.
Well, speaking of, I guess, your training styles, and obviously, you've been there for a couple of years now, but we saw from your Instagram just around some of your trainings, you did a bit of running, some Pilates, but can you explain the blue hair?
Oh, yeah. So you guys probably do a similar thing every year, a bit of a rookie initiation night. So
No, we don't.
Isn't that called hazing? No. I think that's called hazing in the college system.
Actually,
I think that's illegal.
In fact, our new Irish recruit, Aveen Cleary, she's now my housemate, but when we walked her through the doors for the first day, we've got this giant, bigger than life-size style tiger. And I walked through the door and I said, it's actually initiation that every person has to hop on top of the tiger and roar. So sorry, back to your story.
Anyway, we don't do a rookie night. We do a nice welcome dinner. But it's good fun. So last year we had the girls in diapers and do all sorts of stuff.
Oh my gosh.
But this year they were our group leaders, and you had a theme colour. So we went really hard on the wigs, and that was kind of how you distinguished your groups. But yeah, they were quite fitting actually. I actually still have my blue wig. I'm saving it for a rainy day, but it's good fun. It's a good way to get the girls out of their shells, and it's a good little blowout before we get into the full schedule of pre-season.
It's quite hectic. Well, speaking of, George, I got one for you, because Collingwood, I saw a video earlier on And can you please just explain it?
Oh, there's some rare units at the Pies, I tell ya. Between Grace Campbell, Charlotte Taylor and Nell Morris-Dalton, we get a full-blown choreographed dance at the beginning of all of our meetings. So we play like kind of like elevator music. Well, not elevator music. They'll just put on the later songs in the team meeting just before we're about to just sit down and go through whatever. And they'll get up and just like social anxiety would be scared to see these girls coming because the moves, as you can see, that they're pulling out is just absolutely ridiculous.
Oh, it's insane. Well, and a very last quick question to you both, considering, you know, we're talking about getting pumped up. What is your go-to pump-up song? Whether it's right now or all time. Karaoke
I
song.
reckon this is probably like more niche to our group, but Since You've Been Gone
Kelly Clarkson.
is always one. Like we obviously always have like your real
Chorus?
house music bangers on. Since you've been gone.
Yeah. Not a chance.
The thing is, normally there's other people singing it with me, so you can't hear me by myself. But we've got a couple that do the Swanee's big on like the acapella boom 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 in the background. She doesn't get the real chorus going, but that's a group lifter. And I'm a big like feed off everyone anyone. So whatever everyone else is kind of feeling is.
Oh, well, that's
what
awesome.
I'm feeling.
Well, thank you, Floss, a.k.a. Jade Britain. Thank you very much for joining us on Tagged. Best of luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Well, George, that's all for this week's episode on Tagged. We look forward to seeing everyone else out at round 3. But before we go, I was lucky enough to sit down with presenter, Miss Universe Australia finalist, and a very proud mum but gorgeous human being in Paramin Tot for Hosco's Hot Seat.
And if you haven't watched this segment, make sure you do. It is great watching. You do a brilliant job, Hosco, and it is actually so entertaining. So if you're listening to the podcast and you're not online, head to afl.com.au/AFLW or the AFLW app and watch the video.
Well, George, I'm hoping I'll be able to get you on Hosco's Hot Seat very soon. But that is all for today. This is Tagged. Thanks to Head & Shoulders. Now listen in for Hosco's Hot Seat.
Hi, my name is Paramin. I'm 28. I wear multiple hats. I'm a mum to a beautiful boy. I'm currently the national finalist for Miss Universe Australia. I'm filming the pilot to my own cooking show and I'm on Hosco's Hot Seat and I am so nervous because I don't do well with spice at all.
Paramin, welcome to Hosco's Hot Seat.
Thank you for having me.
You are very welcome. Today it's kind of simple. So I will ask you a bunch of hot, spicy, saucy questions. Do you have to answer? No. But if you don't, what you need to do, grab a corn chip and you will be trying some of Hosco's hot sauces. So you mentioned that you are a current Miss Universe Australia finalist.
I am.
So talk to me a little bit about what inspired you to get involved.
I mean, I've always known about pageantry. I've always seen Miss Universe Australia. And for me, joining this year was all about getting outside of my comfort zone. I'm a mum, as I said before, so motherhood really took it out of me. I was quite deeply depressed. So when they reached out to me to apply into the program, I thought it was a no-brainer. Why not? It'd be a great way for me to make friends, to develop my self-confidence again and to just put myself out there. But then I've realised now that it's more than that. It's about me showing mums that you can do it all because society will tell us, I'm sure like in sports, they tell women you can't do certain things, but yeah, you could do it all. Like you can be a mum, you could be an AFLW player, you could do it all if you're a woman. So yeah.
That's amazing. Now, you don't know AFLW at all, do you?
I don't. It's
simply
so sad.
So I have a question for you. Which team do I play for?
Collingwood?
No. Here we go. Here's your first one.
Damn it.
Now I want you to try. I'm gonna set you up here because I want you to try the dark one first.
Oh
please.
no,
Yeah.
it's probably the spiciest,
she's
isn't it?
nervous.
I'm so nervous, guys. I don't do well with spice.
And we want to just get a good chunk on it because I think you've got to enjoy the experience. Tastes nice so far.
Sugar. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's the spiciest. Oh my god. I think I'll die by the end of this.
On stage with pageantry, you obviously have to walk around. Now, I've got a question for you. Would you rather fall on stage or fart on stage?
I hope none of those things happen to me, by the way. I think falling is okay.
Falling?
I hope I don't fall, but falling is okay because I can get myself back up. But farting? Oh my goodness.
And a loud one. So there's
oh my god, no.
a silent deadlift or a loud one. And I'm going, it's a loud one that everyone can hear.
No, silent and deadly. Silent and deadly.
Okay. No context whatsoever. Who's the better footballer, Sarah Rowe or Geordie Allen? Oh, she's game. She's got the shakes. Which player is more overrated, Taylor Harris or Darcy Vesio?
Damn it.
Do you know what I'm picking up here is you are a girl's girl.
I don't know these players, so I just don't want to say the wrong one.
You don't know them. Throw them under the bus. They don't care. Well, you won't care, but I like this. You are a girl's girl.
Do you need water, Paramount? You right?
I need water, yes, please. I'm trying to be brave, but it's hot.
No, it's good.
It's freaking hot.
Now, fellow South Sudanese woman, Akech McCord-Short, she's one of our tagged favourites.
Love her.
You obviously know her. So
yes.
I love it. Because, love Ketchy. Is she a better footballer or model?
Better footballer?
Oh, this is good. Okay,
she was the first South Sudanese to become an AFL player, so yes.
So, out of you and Ketchy, who's the better model?
Ooh, Ketchy, I love you, so I won't answer this.
She's going to love this. So, you've also just shot a new pilot for a new TV show called A Seat at the Table. Now, while you're still downing some hot sauce, tell me about it, please.
I feel like we need to call the ambulance here, guys. Oh, my God, so hot.
I love it.
But no, A Seat at the Table is just about having women come and share their stories over food, because for me, I didn't see a lot of representation in Australian media when I was younger, and to highlight the stories of women that are underrepresented or refugees like myself and show them that their stories are important, and it's important for them to also share that aspect. So we have fun. We don't cook spicy food, thank goodness, but we have fun. We cook meals. We talk about anything and everything from motherhood to relationships to finances to hopefully AFL.
Can I see you getting a bit teary about talking about it?
I'm trying to compose myself. I'm actually dying. I'm literally dying. I'm trying to compose myself, please.
If you had a meal in your hands, you're about to serve it to someone, and all of a sudden you feel this oncoming achoo sneeze, and you sneeze in their meal, would you still serve it?
Why not? I spent hours in the kitchen cooking it. You're going to eat it. A bit of bacteria is not bad, guys.
This is what we love. It's exactly what we want. Which AFLW team is going to win the flag this year?
Richmond.
Yes! All right, Paramount, thank you so much for joining me on Hosco's Hot Seat.
Thank you.